A big part of the show this year is the electric neighborhood here at the show, which is EVs, hybrids, and to help us understand more about hybrids, we have Lon Weiss here. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, you're saying before that a lot of people are test driving these. You said it was like 400 test drives a day here?
We average probably that. During the weekdays it's down a little bit, but during the weekends there's a line all day long.
What are some of the things that you hear from the first timers, like the thing that surprises them the most?
The first thing, of course, is how quiet it is. They get in the vehicle and they're expecting when they hit the start button that they're going to hear a noise, and it doesn't. Is it ready to go? Yes, it's ready to go. Press the accelerator and away you go. The second thing is, of course, it's just quiet. There's no noise around at all.
And I recently drove one, and the smoothness of the ride was kind of stood out to me.
It is. I think that has to do too with just the sound factor. You're not hearing any sound with the motor, so you're picking up all the sounds. There isn't any. They're real tight. They're real compact.
And the acceleration feels a little different. I can't quite describe it. How would you describe it?
Fast. Throw in the seat back fast. Yeah, we give them an opportunity actually, and on some of the areas on the road here, we give them an opportunity to kind of accelerate a little bit. And I think that's the main thing, is it's like, oh my gosh, it'll throw you right back in the seat. So it's very powerful.
I'm sure a lot of people also ask about charging. Then range. That's probably the first questions, the biggest
range
concern.
Anxiety, yeah. We're pretty conservative here in Minnesota, and that's one of the first thing that pops in. Plus, people have a cabin up north, and it's like, can I get to my cabin and can I get back again? So range anxiety, yeah. It's gotten better over the years because with new technology, the range is more. I think when we first did this 6 years ago, the Leaf was not quite 100-mile range, and today it's almost up to 400. So it's like massive improvement. It's technology, let's face it. It's like your pocket computer. Every one upgrade is that much quicker. So.
And the selection has just increased, and the presence is more. I know earlier in the week, Scott was telling me that maybe 10, 15 years ago, there was just a couple of EVs in the corner in another room, and now it's a huge part of the show.
6 years ago, we did 2 ride and drives. We had the Outlander, which is a hybrid plug-in, and then we did the Leaf. That was the only 2 that we had. And now we have 6 manufacturers now with different models within those manufacturers.
What's kind of the price point for like an affordable introductory kind of economy style EV or hybrid?
Yep, like the Nissan Leaf, that's probably right around $28,000 to $30,000 for an entry level, which is pretty much comparable to a compact car. So it's like a gas car is pretty comparable to that. Most of them are in the $45,000 to $50,000 range in the mid price. You can go all the way up. I think the Lightning that's on the showroom floor over here is like $94,000. And the Mercedes and the Audis type of things, that's going to be up into the 6 figures. But, over the course of the year, you're saving some money too, just because it's electric.
And then the thought is that over time, you're saving money on gas, and kind of have to factor that in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's about $3,500 a year they figure that you save on tax, on gas and that type of thing, and maintenance. You don't have to crawl underneath and do your oil changes anymore.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of that comes into play too.
But I'm sure there are some added costs that people should know about, like the charger and like you're paying for electricity, right? Are those some things that people should know about before they invest in an EV?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's a different thing. You're not driving into the gas station to fill up your car with gas anymore. But the beauty of it is you can actually do it at home. So there's 3 different levels of charging. You can have a stage 1, which is just a 110 plug-in. Very slow. You're probably going to get about 2 miles per hour of charging. So it takes a long, long time if you're going to just use your plain old extension cord, plug it in, and away you go. But in the home, you can have a stage 2 charger also. Now you're going to probably get about 100 miles for every 4 hours of charging. So you'll get more of that. And then there's the superchargers that are out there that you can actually go to and plug in, which is DC power, which is now it's down to about 45 minutes.
What would be your last piece of advice for someone who's considering an EV or is wanting to maybe do a test drive?
Try it out. There's a lot of people I think that are saying, I will never get an EV vehicle. But why not? It's kind of I think the buzz has kind of gotten off from it now. Now it's starting to be a mainstream type thing, which means There's going to be more technology. Battery technology is vastly improving. Just the efficiency of the car is improving, and the charging stations are getting more and more populated throughout the United States.
Well, Lon, thank you so much for coming on the
You're welcome.
show.